It's honestly hilarious how bad it must be for some players to play in Canadian markets. Like, here's the thing, okay. If you're a Canadian hockey team fan, whatever, Vancouver, Calgary Flames, whatever, Toronto, Montreal, like, we all love our teams, or hate them, or have a love-hate relationship, whatever. But, like, it's like, sometimes, I've said this before, you have situations where, like, a player's getting asked questions from a reporter, and you're like, man, I kind of understand why some players don't want to come to Canada, because it's that hardcore in the Canadian market. But yes, Nazem Kadri shuts down reporters and tells them to, quote, pump the brakes. And I understand what he's saying, but I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I'm absolutely going to be spreading conspiracies about Nazem Kadri all year, because I love Nazem Kadri. He's an amazing player. Now, the Calgary Flames, okay, Flames fans, jump in my comments. They're going to be bad this year unless something spectacular happens. I don't know what the hell happened to that franchise. Like, when they re-signed Huberdeau, I was like, oh, damn, like, that's a pretty good contract. And then Huberdeau just forgot how to play hockey. I have absolutely no idea. He went from being like a 100-point guy to like hardly, I mean, not even, what was it, like 50 points or something he scored last year? I'll put the information up on the screen. Just brutal stuff. I mean, I think it was one of the biggest drops in offensive production that's happened almost ever, or at least a long time. I'll have to look that stat up. But we're talking about some of the most unlucky stuff. And then, like, every player was like, yeah, I'm out of here. It's like Gaudreau, you know, obviously rest in peace to Gaudreau. But just brutal stuff in Calgary. So here's the thing. They have Nazem Kadri. They have him on a contract. The team is not going to be competitive, although Kadri has already won a cup, and he was integral with Colorado, by the way. He was really good in Colorado. Everybody underrates, and this is the thing, they haven't had success since they got rid of him. He's really, really good. The problem with Kadri, though, is he sees red mist, and he just is a lunatic. When you get him, like, really, really, really mad, like, man, I remember the playoffs in Toronto, he'll just take off somebody's head in the boards. Like, he just does not care if he gets really mad. But it makes sense for the Calgary Flames to eventually move him. I mean, but his contract could get in the way. Maybe he really actually just wants to settle down. Sometimes when players already get a cup, they kind of like, oh, well, you know, I might just settle down. That is what could draw a wrench in this entire thing that I'm saying. You know, Nazem the Dream did have a pretty big resurgence last year, though, right? Like, he scored 75 points, I think, which is about a point per game. His stats are kind of strange. Like, he'll go up and down and up and down. Like, he's not one of those consistent point per game guys every year, but he's really good, and he's getting paid about $7 million, right? Now, the problem is, though, this is the big thing that throws a wrench in it, is his contract takes him to when he is, like, 39, which is like, oof. Damn, that's damn. That's like, I would have preferred it a lot shorter than that. I mean, when you get a player that's that much into his 30s, and especially when, you know, you have a player that's that old, and Kadri never really skated that well to begin with. If a guy that skates not great to begin with, that can really throw a wrench in those plans. I would consider it for a team, especially at least if they would retain salary. Now, if the Flames retain salary, they're going to want something good. They're going to want something to sweeten the pot. Like, they would probably want like an Easton Cowan from the Leafs or something like that, and then that's what would stop the conversations, to me, in my opinion, because the Leafs are already so old. But the more and more I look into this, the more I'm thinking, like, how long is Nazem Kadri going to play in Calgary? And, like, I know he says, oh, pump the brakes or whatever, but, like, how long is he going to play there? Like, he can't, like, he's not going to play there, like, he's like 39. What, he's going to play for the next, like, 5 or 6 years? Hell no. Or 5 years, I think he has left on his contract. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, there ain't no way he's going to play that long in Calgary. He is absolutely out. There's no way. But I wonder what the trade is going to look like. The more I think about it, I think the trade will eventually happen, because everybody else has been traded from there. But I think that it's going to take a while. Like, it's going to be one of those things that takes a while to negotiate. And in that way, it's a little more complex, if you understand what I mean. But here's the thing. Sometimes you just want to take the best deal that you can get as a team and move on. Okay, the Flames are not going to be talented this, or they're not going to be competitive this year. I'm sorry to say. They better, they better get ready to draft and stuff like that. And it is like, okay, he's 33, and it's like the worst thing that you could do with Nazem Kadri is wait until he drops off, because he's already 33, right? Like, what if he drops off even more? And then you're stuck with that contract till he's 38 because he's dropped off so much. That is the difficulty. That's what I worry about when it comes to the Flames. Like, if he takes a step or two back, and then you can hardly get anything for him, if anything, and you might even have to pay money or pay assets, to get rid of him. Like, maybe you'll have to give up a draft pick or something like that. I don't know, man. The Nazem Kadri situation in Calgary is going to be a relatively interesting one. That's what I'll say. Anyways, I'm going to leave the video there. If you could like, comment, subscribe, I would appreciate it. And have a great day, guys. Goodbye.